Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Desperate Measures.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm
Aldo.
alive.
So, the party
Alive.
is alive, but wounded.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. What are you guys gonna
Can I
do?
go get my axe back?
Yeah,
first?
you can go pick it up.
Okay,
Good call.
Yeah.
I would have been a bitch about that. I would have been like, no, you didn't pick up your axe. It's still over there. You forgot about it.
Well,
You were
yeah.
too concerned about Ebner.
No. We were concerned about that axe. I'm glad it didn't go in the water. That was going to be the worst part.
Oh, I know. I was so
I-
hoping.
I know you were.
I retrieved the 6 arrows that I hit with,
Okay. Done.
and then 4 others are just.
Gone somewhere.
But maybe, who knows? Maybe I got lucky, and whoever they raided had arrows.
There were all those bags with the kobolds or whatever.
That's true. Can we, well, maybe we need to check the cave to make sure there's no more kobolds, folks. Maybe we need to head south. I know our friends down on the ground here, but if more kobolds run out, we should at least know about them.
Yeah, I agree.
agree.
We should probably clear the area. Yeah.
Yeah, let's put Ebna somewhere safe for right now, and then
I think we
Yeah.
just kind of take them south with us as we head back, unless we're planning on camping here for the night and heading back in the morning.
Well, the sun is setting. It's late.
I think we have to camp here.
Yeah.
I don't like the smell of that cave. Maybe we can explore it in the morning.
Well, I think we need to at least peek in to see what's going on in there, even
That's
if we
fair.
don't go all the
That's
way
fair.
through.
Sure.
Let's just peek in real quick, and then we can come grab the body and the goods and get on out of here.
Make sure it's empty.
Yeah. You can put Ebner, we could work him up on the side of the cliff, so that way nothing can easily and quickly get to him.
All right, you can set him over here. I guess you pick him up and carry him onto the cliff between the three
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
Gently. I mean, he's
basically
got.
how he got
let's
up there to
see.
begin with. I mean,
Yeah, but now he's like ripped open and dying. I'm worried about you guys
that's actually a
pulling.
good point. He's ripped open.
Yeah, he's badly
So-
injured. You might cause him to start bleeding again or worse.
Yeah, we
He's
could put him
asleep.
in this little tree area right over here.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
okay.
Nice covering area. Cool. All right, and then we'll take a peek in and see
Yeah.
what's in this cave.
Well, that
Make sure-
smell is coming from the cave. When you get to that
Okay.
section of it and you start to poke your head around, this just like rotting meat smell rolls into you, and you begin to like choke and gag. I need you to make me a saving throw versus poison. Not that you're about to get poisoned, but saving throw
Right.
versus poison to see if you can resist the gagging. And you can. You can hold back the desire to vomit. Not will though.
No. He throws up in the front and goes, y'all got it from here.
Not Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Vaughn can't do it either. You're both just stuck gagging and reeling at the edge of this cave for a couple of minutes. What are you doing, Jeb, while they're doing that? You can get your shit together enough.
Yeah, I'll take a peek into the cave. Does it look like... Are there tracks leading in and out of this?
Yeah, give me a tracking check. Why don't you get a little bit closer and take a look at the front?
Yeah. A little closer. So, track and check. Boom.
28 is great, yeah. So you're looking at these tracks while your two companions are retching up their internal organs and everything. And that's when it breaks. That's when it comes from within and charges out at you. Give me... no, I don't think you're surprised, Quantum. You're paying attention to the tracks, and you hear this snort and this cry that sounds like a kobold dying, but then running out towards you on 4 legs is the ugliest beast you've ever seen in your entire life. It's got a face like a badger, a body like a stag. It's got like a lion's tail looking sort of thing coming off the end of it, and it comes at you with this just the smell of death and decay around it. Reins up or kicks up on its back 2 legs and I guess it's attacking you, but you were not surprised, so you can roll initiative to see if you can get your weapons out in time.
Cool.
So just the two of you this round. Joka, you rolled a 1 on your duration, so next round you can roll into combat. And Vaughn, you rolled a 2 on the duration of your gagging, so you can roll into combat the round after that.
Oof.
In the meantime, the Lakrota goes first. That's actually a misspelling on its name right there, but it's fine.
That's no, whatever. Doesn't matter how it's
yeah.
actually pronounced.
It will come at you, rears up on its back 2 legs, and kicks you with both of its front legs, or attempts to. With a 12 to hit,
Nope.
and a natural 1, which is a pass saving throw, so it doesn't die or anything. So it kicks at you twice. You manage to duck and dodge and weave behind the blows before you respond.
Son of a bitch! Guys, stop throwing up your lunch and get over here and help me.
And let's
God,
go.
You could really use an Ebner here, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Can we get...
That's a hit, isn't it?
that's a hit. That is a definite hit. 5 points of damage to the Lakrota. It's a good spear wound in the front sternum area, but it's, you know, that horses have those big bones in there, and you kind of jab it and feel it stop against the bone. And everybody, not everybody, Joka roll in as well on this round.
Okay, but not me, not Vaughn
Not
yet.
you. You're coming in next round. You're still like, oh my god, the evil badger horse. That sort of
Badger
feeling.
horse.
It's got the head of a badger, body of a horse, of a stag. It is legendarily hideous. It looks a little like that.
Jeez. Okay, cool.
Tame it. I'm just kidding.
Boys, this is going to be a difficult fight. I don't think we can do this.
Can we get away?
Can we get an initiative roll from Jib?
Who else is rolling in on this?
I got it. I rolled
Will.
in with the 13.
Yeah, Will.
Katie rolled in.
Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna do?
All
right.
I'm not gonna run off while freaking Vaughn is still there puking.
Yep.
We got to protect Vaughn.
The Lakrota goes first, and it goes for a nipping bite at you. And you'll notice as it goes to bite you, it doesn't have a mouthful of teeth like most creatures you would expect. Instead, it's got a single bony ridge that covers the top of its mouth and the bottom of its mouth. Just like one big, gnarled, bony plate with little spikes and divots all over it. And it goes to chomp on you with a 15 to hit.
That's exactly what it needs.
Oh no. Oh no, it does good damage too with its bite.
Shit.
It does 3d4.
What the fuck? That's even
Yeah.
worse than Ultra Spear.
Yeah, it's 50% worse than an Ultra Spear. Or better.
Oh,
Worse
no.
for us.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's ouch.
Ouch. So the thing gets a hold of Jebediah. It grabs you by the shoulder with its massive maw, because, you know, it's like stag-sized, and just kind of like rips you back and forth and tosses you to the side.
You said
hit
8?
the ground. Yeah, 8. Unconscious.
Oh, Jesus.
Joka.
Oh man. All right, Neal. So I'm gonna talk you through this one, and I'm gonna see if I can get away with it. So I can't charge on the ground, but if I climb up the side of the ridge here next to me, and I come around, can I jump off over the top to come around and like charge it from above?
It's
I
badass.
still get the same like mechanicals as a charge, even though it's not 30 feet.
Sure. But if you're going to try and do this, since you're in a hurry, I'm going to ask you to make me a climbing check to scale the cliff. I'm going to need you...
Well, the climbing I feel like I could do in the amount of time because it's double your movement, right? To
Excuse
climb,
me?
or is it's double your movement to climb something, right? I just feel like I have
Half
enough
your movement,
movement to
yeah.
like climb up here like pretty quickly without a dex check and then run over the top. If you want to say for me to hit and like land and stuff, I'll take a dex check. But I think to get up, I can get up pretty easy.
If you were just climbing, that'd be fine. But if you want to climb, get in the right position, wait for the right opportunity, hop down, and do your whole round of combat, I'm going to
Okay.
call for a check.
All right, that's
Yeah.
fine. So just a dex.
I'm going to look up the thief rules and do that sort of climb check for you, which is climbing. Your dex plus your strength divided by 3. And you will get the following bonuses because of the terrain. Ha 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 ha. You're not encumbered, are you?
Let's see. I'm lightly encumbered.
Lightly encumbered is going to be a -1. You're not at half HP or less, are you?
Sure am.
Oh shit. Okay, that's going to be -4 on top of that because you're badly wounded. But then it is natural rock rough. So +4 for that. So it looks like you're going to get a -1 on top of your roll, which is D20 plus 1/3 of your dex plus strength.
Dex plus strength will be 25. A third of that is
Gonna be
8. So 8 minus 1 is 7. So D20 plus 7.
D20 plus 7, you need a 21.
That's not worth it.
It's
Not
a
worth
tough
it.
one.
Can I yeah, I'll just run over and hit
You
it.
can ignore it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So much
not
for
worth
heroics.
it for only. That's
Yeah.
not like it's cool, but it's not worth it for only a +2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're in a pretty bad shape here, so it's hard to pull all this off in a timely manner. You step up and hit the creature in the face, though.
Hell yeah, bro.
5.
Your axe will scar it across its front for 5 points of damage.
I bring it
Ebner.
up with the back side of the axe and hit it square in the top of the head.
Ebner, what are you dreaming of?
Ebner is dreaming of Tempos waking him up to save his friends because their mission is not done yet.
Yes, you hear a godly voice saying, Ebner! Wake up, Ebner! Your friends need you! Oh, you're back. Oh, you're at -5. Oh,
Yeah, he's
shit.
staying asleep. Yeah.
Oh, poor Ebner. Oh, no, your friends still need you. Let's roll initiative.
All right.
Man, get the fuck out.
Oh, Wilbur.
That would have been good, but
Yeah, why couldn't you roll that for your damage?
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
know.
It's- the D10s, I'm not in sync with them yet. I need to get like
Yeah.
another D10 in there to get them on the right rotation.
Seriously.
Right. The Lakrota opens its mouth and lets out the sound of a dying kobold. It's just kind of like this like shrieking sound of something terrified and dying and bleeding, even though the Lakrota looks nothing like a kobold and is still actively attacking you. This is some sort of monstrous
Oh.
beast. We're just gonna move you to the side so you're not. Well, I guess you could be underneath. That's fine.
Yeah. I forgot to do that shit, so I'll just take my -1.
And it will throw a kick at each of you. One kick at Joka is a 7, and
No.
one kick at Vaughn is a 20,
Ouch.
which will hit you for 5 points of damage. The hoof comes up and just like clatters you in the head.
Shit. 5 points of damage.
Huh?
it's
And
fine.
Vaughn's turn.
Just roll your 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll see here. Hang on. Wait, why is that? Oh, I see. I have to press enter when I. There we go. Cool. All right. Yeah. Here we go. So, this is my first turn getting up from gagging, right? So, yeah. After getting gagging and kicked in the face, I get up on my sledgehammer, sling it over my shoulder, and I go to it. I try to rear back and hit this thing as hard as I can.
Holy shit!
Oh yes.
That's
you
good.
critical the Lakrota.
Koibu's about to
Um,
lose his mind, dude.
God damn, son.
There's one
And
damage, and
Don't
then
fuck with.
plus another
I
D10
roll
on
an-
top of it.
Beautiful.
Okay, so that is 15 points of damage.
Nice.
Holy crap. It's just like a tremendous blow in the side of the stag body of this creature, and you can all hear the ribs snap with a sickening sound, and there's like this wheezing breathing coming from the creature, and you're pretty sure one of those broken ribs has just punctured a lung, and there's possibly internal bleeding too. The thing is not looking hot. Joka, can you finish it off? Because if it gets another turn, it can kill either of you like that.
Are you
Well, we're gonna get we're gonna get our first attack, which is not gonna hit it, right?
No.
But this is our second round, so we get another one,
Second attack,
which is a
17 will hit.
Hell yeah, brother.
Or 6
That's
more
good.
points of damage.
6 points of
Double dip.
damage is enough to bring the Lakrota down. It just kind of wavers to the side and hits the ground,
Nice
sending
job,
up a
boys.
small plume of dust.
Jeb,
But Jeb could still die. Jeb, take another point of bleeding damage, and one of you two need to pass an intelligence check to try and patch him up to the point where he's not going to die.
Okay.
Oh, this is good because each of you only gets one check. So if you both fail, he just dies outright. But you did. You passed.
Okay.
You both passed. That's all right. Whew.
fucking no, Jeb, and I'll grab him and start dragging him back over towards our other buddy.
Yeah. I'll
Alright.
help as well.
You can drag Jeb's body over near Ebner's. The Lakrota's lies here, dead.
I don't know, my friend. I think we need to go find a place to stay safe for a couple days.
My bad. I moved my guy back. Like, okay, cool. Hey, so I'm like
-5.
leaning on my sledgehammer. I'm like, Joka, that
It's
was.
fine.
We got him though.
We did. We got all the cobalt stuff too, right? We need to make sure we grab that. I think we just need to get everything and get out of here.
Grab everything and let's go. Yeah.
Well,
Grab everybody's
you're
stuff.
not going to be able to grab both of your people and all of the shit. I don't even know if you could carry both of your people out.
Okay.
You're in
so,
a tight situation. These guys are like on death's doorstep, almost dead. You'd need a stretcher to carry one of them. I mean, maybe you could throw them over your shoulder, but all that walking's bound to tear something. They'll probably die if you transport them that way.
Well, it looks like we're staying right where they're at in this grove of trees then.
Or stand in
like-
the cave.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Well,
Does
we
no
could
one go into the cave?
I mean,
There can't be another monster in there.
I think the answer right now is probably hell no.
yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I think I don't know. My idea would be I'm carrying a tent, quite a few blankets and things like that. I guess since we can't carry these guys, we're probably gonna try to make do with what we have here as well as we possibly can for at least the night, and then figure out what to do in the morning, maybe.
Well, I think so. I think if we camp here, regardless there's monsters or not, if they're coming out, we're gonna end up fighting them either out here or in there. So I guess we can just set up camp and see what comes. So be it.
Sounds like a good idea. We should fortify the area and do as much as we can.
Fortify the area. You're fine.
Fortify the area with my sledgehammer.
Yeah, we can.
That's about all I can do.
Well, let's go at least see what the kobolds had. Get that all over here and in a big old group, and then we can deal with the rest in the morning.
Yeah. All right. Let's gather everything together then.
Yeah, let's kobold loot it up and then sit in our grove of trees and wait for death.
Yep.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
The group of orcs will roll up here in a minute, and that'll be the end of it all.
It's the same orcs from Pittsburgh.
He's back. We let that one go, and he brought us friends.
I failed my perception check again.
Yeah, we'll roll some nat ones. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
I do have to say, we either roll nat ones or 20s. I really enjoy our
Yeah.
our
It's really,
variety.
it's an interesting mix. Yeah, for sure. Mixed.
Yeah, extreme failure, extreme success. You just never know what you're getting.
Yeah. Exactly.
Vaughn can just one-shot the orcs. That's true, but that he's got to live to one-shot the orcs.
Yeah, that's the problem. I gotta live to at least level 2 before I guess my character's considered truly overpowered.
Yep,
It's fine.
it's fun. So you're both at -5 though. This is going to be a fortuitous waiting time of 5 days.
6, 5, 6.
5, 6. Well, as soon as he's back awake, he can heal y'all up enough.
Yeah,
I
as soon
mean-
as I'm away, we'll be fine.
Yeah, and for both of us, that's 3 cure light wounds is probably enough.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, here's the bigger problem: is that 5 days is a long time to be unconscious. In fact, you can't really go 5 days without water. I'm gonna need one of you guys to make
Yeah.
me some sort of I need you to tell me how you're gonna keep these guys alive and prevent them from dehydrating. Because they can't
Perfect.
rightly swallow water on their own, and yet
No.
they're also gonna sort of die if they don't get some water. And IVs haven't been invented, nor do you have those materials with you. So how do you keep these people alive?
Well, during Joka's survival training, he learned of a specific kind of moss that grows in rivers, and it holds the water very well. And when you put it in someone's mouth, it actually absorbs through the mouth. So he's going to go over to the river and use his survival skill to find this moss to keep both of these guys alive.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Just roll high.
Yeah.
I got a 30.
Sure enough, you find some sort of a spongy-like moss in the water that you can use to hold a bunch of water and just put it in their mouth, and it'll slowly release water as the people absorb it just through them. And you'll have to keep a close eye and keep changing this out all the time, and keep tending to their wounds, keeping them free of bugs and nasty bits. Keep the flies off them so there are no larvae being laid in their open wounds. And sure. And you doing this in the cave? Is that it? Or are you doing it in the copse of trees?
I think we're chilling in the thing of trees for at least the first day.
Yeah, the trees.
At least until the next morning. I guess that next morning we can go take a look at the cave, but we're not doing it that same day. It's too much of a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if the next morning we go peer over there, is anything going on, or is it all bad news?
Let me just set this up over here.
Gotta put his
And I
boss
guess-
monster on.
Oh,
Well, the other kobolds wake up from in the
yes,
cave.
Perfect. Yeah. So, the next morning, you wake up. It's a bright and clear day. The sun is rising. There's beautiful orange hues over the water. You can poke your head on into the cave, and it looks a little like this. There is stuff in there. Body parts, bits of leftover flesh that this creature decided it didn't want to eat, bones, a lot of blood stains, some humanoid corpses, some remains of unidentifiable creatures. Yeah.
I guess we can gag through it and slowly walk in the cave. Mm-hmm. Guess we
Yeah.
walk around this north side of the cave. Oh, sorry. Is that anything right there on the ground, or is that just on the map?
I mean, if it's on the map, it's on the ground.
All right. Well, what is that little thing? There's a skull and then something next to it.
Yeah, there is an amulet, a bejeweled amulet, right next to the skull.
Is it
Good
really
eyes.
shiny? Is it really shiny? Is it...
Oh, it's super shiny. I mean, if you're trying to use shiny as a metaphor for magic, I can't tell you that, but it looks wealthy. It has got a thin sheet of gold that surrounds this, it's like a quartz gemstone, like a multifaceted quartz gemstone in the middle, and then there's like these little silver rivets in the circumference, in the big gold sheet that goes around it.
All right. So he'll use the back of his axe to kind of pick it up and put it on the end of it and bring it closer to him. Mm-hmm. It still looks like it's pretty normal. It's not like got any weird light about it. It's not glowing some otherworldly color or anything too obviously weird about it.
No.
Okay. Then I'll slowly touch it and just take a look at it. It looks pretty normal. Nothing crazy happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know. We
It
were in
looks
a
like good
crazy
loot.
beast lair.
This-
All right.
I mean, judging by the amount of gold, it's got to be the equivalent of at least 5 gold coins in gold around the thing.
Oh, awesome.
And then there's a little bit of silver in there, maybe like 1 coin worth of silver, and then the quartz stone, and then the artistic value of it all together as well. So at least a gold, what did I say? 5 gold and a silver in value, bare minimum, if you were just to melt it down for parts.
Well, look at this. Might be our lucky day after all.
Looks like it might have been worth coming here after all. Maybe. I don't want anyone to die, but
This isn't like a small elephant like head right here, is it?
No, it's like a squid.
Okay, cool.
Like a
'Cause it didn't have
cephalopod.
its tusks on it, right? It's
Yeah.
not just an elephant tusk.
I see
Right.
the squid now, yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's keep poking around. Over here in the big pile to the south, is there anything too particular going on? Anything inside of here that I can see without poking around too much?
No, nothing to see without poking around.
Okay.
How badly do you want to dig through the dead?
Not that bad.
Okay.
would
We're
I be
gonna-
able to see if there's anything, since this is like a cave, would I be able to see if there's any kind of interesting, I don't know, ores or things like that in the in the surroundings, since my guy has a mining background pretty heavily, silver mining in particular, but
You poke about. This looks more like a man-made cave than a natural cave, or
Right.
in this case, maybe a Lakrota-made cave. There's no sign of ore anywhere.
okay, cool. Just curious.
No, it's a good thing to ask. One day that may save your life.
Or get us paid.
Okay. So the party rests. In the bags of kobolds stuff that you have, you get a bunch of weapons, which we can detail later, some armor that we can detail later, and 12 days of rations, or 12 rations, which, if there's just the 2 of you, will easily sit you the 5 days that you need to rest for these guys to wake up.
Okay.
Are there
very-
4 more days? Right? Because we did 1 more day. It's past 1 day since they went down.
Yeah. So you'll need 4 more days, so you'll give 8, so there'll be 4 rations left by the time they wake up. And let's just make some quick encounter checks to see if anything comes to find you while they're unconscious.
Fine.
Well, do you know how to play any dice here, Mr. Van?
No, I've never played any dice. I know my half brother was quite fond of cards, but
Well, let me teach you a game. And we'll sit here and play dice as we wait on them to wake up. I know no dice games other than D&D, and I'm not going to recreate D&D inside of D&D.
Great. That'd be
Meta.
terrible.
I thought so.
Okay, we can pass 4 more days. So those of you that are conscious can gain 3 HP. You don't gain it from the day that you were in combat. Or from the day after that you were in combat. And then the other 2 of you can be at 1. No, actually, it's got to be 5 days because -4 plus 4 only gets you to 0. So you do need to sit 5 days.
So we gain 1 more HP then?
Yeah. So you will each gain 4 HP, and the unconscious people will go to 1.
they'll go from 2 to 6 then. Okay.
Yep. So let me mark it off on the calendar. And we're also officially in February now.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Whose birthday?
Ebner's is February 11th.
Ah,
Nice.
it's coming up.
I live to see another one.
Oh, around the wiki, is there any like Tempos holidays that I should know about? Like the dates for?
Yeah.
There might be. Let me check my list of holidays for gods. It's incomplete. I don't know if I've gotten a Tempos one down yet or not.
Okay.
Mataki says yes, I believe.
Let's see. Tempos. There's no Tempos holiday that I have written down yet.
Okay.
Nope. Although people's birthdays are tied to. Let me just read the section on birthdays. Let's see. Instead of the traditional like birthday celebration, we've got like cycle celebrations, and birthdays and cycles are sort of connected in this situation. Each year for a person is an individual cycle. This is part, and these celebrations are part New Year's and part birthday celebrations. People will make resolutions for their next year of life in the same way that we might make New Year's resolutions for the next calendar year. Instead of asking someone when is your birthday, you might ask when is your next cycle start, or when is the end of your current cycle, something like that. And all of this is tied to Tempos, which is the god of fate and time and stuff. You know, you've completed one more rotation, completed your next round of fate, and then your next round of fate, and your next round of fate.
Okay.
It's more of a culturally cyclical event than a, a
Then a
punctuated
sane
event.
Person. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess if I wake up, I say, "Hold on, give me 30 minutes."
Oh, you can take a little more time. We've been only here for a couple days, I guess.
Did we kill that ugly bastard?
Oh, we did, and we came out quite ahead, my friend. I haven't poked through the cave too close, but we did well.
Oh,
I'm gonna toss a
did
Cure
well.
Light Wounds on myself, and I'm gonna throw one on Jebediah. This one's for me. This one's for Jebediah.
Perfect.
And this last one is going to be for.
Wait, you're rolling d10s.
Oh,
Those should be, well, it's still, they're within tolerances, so we
Yeah.
can keep the
is that okay?
rolls.
I'll do a D8 now.
Yeah.
1D8 for who's the 6 out of 9? I don't know characters. I guess looks yet.
Oh, that would be Asher or Tom.
Sorry,
Vaughn.
that's Vaughn. Yep.
This
Sorry.
last one's for Vaughn.
Nice.
Okay. The 5 was for you?
Yep.
Okay.
Or the 5 was for.
Yeah.
The 4
no, I
was for
thought-
me. The 5 was for Jebediah, and then the last one's for Vaughn.
Okay, so the 4 was for you, which would put you at 5. Jeb's at full, and Vaughn's at full, and Joka is slightly down.
-1, yeah.
Okay. Well, it's been 5 days. And you're alive.
Yeah.
Right, and we were getting all of the cobalt stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Got a various assortment of things.
Yep.
What sort of
2,
armor did we
3,
find?
4, 5.
Dwarven
Okay,
armor.
there was 2 sets of leather armor, not sized for kobolds, but sized for humans. 1 small shield, a hatchet, a short bow, a short sword, 8 daggers, a quiver, and 10 arrows.
10 arrows. Perfect.
All right.
Back where I started with arrows.
I should have wrote all that down. I didn't though. Well, I guess we'll be taking all these weapons back to town with us. I'm sure. Our friend in town could resell these to new coming adventurers.
Did you say you wrote them down?
No, I didn't. Someone else did.
If you're just gonna sell them to the guy, I'll just keep the notes and give you cash when you get there. Cool. I'll list them for you again in case you don't want to sell them.
Did anyone want
Shield,
anything?
hatchet,
I'll write
8
it down.
daggers, 2 war hammers, a short bow, short sword, a quiver, and 10 arrows.
What's the AC value of that shield?
It's a +2 shield, or not a +2 shield, but it will give you a bonus of 2 to your AC.
Okay.
So I got shield, hatchet, 8 daggers, a warhammer, and a light bow, and then 10 arrows.
And a short sword.
Short sword.
Yeah, I'll
And a
take
quiver.
that shield.
And a quiver. Do you want the arrows too? Connor?
He does.
Yeah, I already took them.
You already
not
took all
writing
10?
Got it.
That's expensive, yeah.
Thank you.
How much does that shield weigh?
Weighs 3 pounds.
Well, I say that. Does anyone have any use for this short sword?
I got an ultra spear.
Well, spears are quite mighty.
I don't
They're,
have much.
Quite useful and easy to make tool. That is quite effective.
I could probably hold on to a short sword just in case I lose my spear.
Can I get a perception check from Joka and Vaughn? And only
Oh,
Joka and
great.
Vaughn?
Oh,
Well, that's okay. So Vaughn,
yeah.
those days while you were here in the cave waiting for your allies to recover, and you're tending to them and eating these morsels, but trying to keep a low profile so you don't attract anything. Those days that dragged on and on, looking out over this lake. A couple of times you thought you saw something move in that lake, like a shape far off in the distance, but it was never really like something enough that you could grab someone and point at it. Not like a continual thing, but just like, is that something above the water? No, it's gone again. That happened for you a couple of times, and the reason I'm bringing it up now is now that everybody is up and ready to go, and you're more or less packed up and heading for the edge of the cave for everyone to leave together. You're seeing that sort of rise in the water, maybe 100 yards offshore.
100 yards offshore.
Yeah, it's like a bulge, and then it vanishes again.
Right. Well, fellas, as you were sleeping, I noticed something a few days ago. Over the multiple times, somewhere in the water, it kept rising and falling, and I see it way out there. Does anyone else see that?
If you point it out, I don't know. Can I?
Well, I guess. Well, it's about 100 yards over yonder, wherever I think I see it. I sort of point down there.
Well, if it's staying far away, I think all we need to do is get the body of this thing back to town. I think our wizard friend would want some of it, even as it is. I don't know what parts, though. Seems like this could be interesting for him.
You talking about this? And I'll point at it.
Yeah, the whatever you want to call the Lakrota.
Lakrota.
Yeah, we need to get this Lakrota back to our wizard friend. Do you think that thing in the water's coming after us?
No, it never seemed to come any closer. I just can't help but notice it. But yeah, we should probably get a move on. I agree with you.
I don't know how we're gonna drag this back. And we shouldn't go in that water with that thing you keep seeing. We can just go around like we did with the kobolds. I think that'd be fair.
Well, what we've learned is you stay out of the water. There's nasty surprises in that water.
What? It's not a safe place.
Do you think we just take the head and maybe take a few organs out of the body? Because I don't venture a guess how we'd bring that back. It's pretty big.
Yeah,
Well,
how big? Hey.
It looks like a horse, so like
Yeah, it looks pretty.
horses are like 200-ish pounds.
I guess we could, well, maybe we'd take its head and its tail. I think maybe the hair might be useful for something. And then maybe we could skin it and take the rest of the skin too.
Head, tail, skin it. Maybe a heart.
Maybe the hoofs. Hoofs might be
Open it up.
decent.
Maybe it ate something good. Maybe it ate something expensive. Who knows?
I don't think it ate too much. I really didn't poke around through this cave too well, to be honest with you. I only took what was readily available. In those pile of bones, there could be more, but I didn't really pick through.
Does it look like
That's
the
fine.
tide can come into this cave over the...
No, it doesn't look like this lake is big enough to be affected by tides.
All right, well, let's go over here as a party, as a group, and dig around in these bones.
Yeah, I'll use. Yeah, if we don't want to touch them, we can just like move them around with spears and whatnot.
We get short sword that I can like dig around with or whatever.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to touch him without a cleric present.
You shouldn't touch deadly things without me.
Well, hopefully you can stay around in this wild world for us. You could have seen this wonderful horse beast in person. It was quite a feat.
I'd have loved to, but Tempos and I had to have a talk, I guess.
I guess you are a godly man.
Wasn't the proper time that I would have wanted it, but Tempos can't be, time is just a thing for him. So I guess we'll start peering around in the bones.
Digging in the pile of bones there.
Digging in the pile of bones.
The source of the wretched filth and the smell that you've sort of somehow become accustomed to after sitting in this cave for 5 days. Yeah, there's nothing in there. You just get your hands covered in old blood and rotted meat and dead shit.
It's good.
Beautiful. Go
I'm gonna
clean
take
up as
this
I can in the river.
Actually, I'm gonna just put that in my bag too.
The what?
What?
I'm gonna take the squid.
The rotted, week-old squid?
Yeah, it looks special.
Sure, you can take it.
Yeah, put it in my bag. Thank you.
All right, add one very rotted squid to your
Mr. Edna,
bag. You could just write Norway and I'll understand what it means.
Neal wouldn't put a random ass squid in here for no reason. Okay, he chooses very carefully.
Yep.
Okay.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Well, Jeb, what do you think about taking what we can from this creature and heading back to town?
We could see. I don't know what a creature like this would be worth. I could take the rest of the day and skin it.
Well, I was thinking we just take its head, its hoofs, and take the skin off its back. I mean, I don't. And the
If you
tail.
take the rest of the day, could be a good idea too, because then I could, have my godly powers back, and
Yeah, that's fine.
No,
Maybe you could
that's fair.
divine something for us. Yeah.
yeah, I could spend the day divining something. Maybe
Yeah. So while he's busy divining, I'll cut the hooves off, cut the head off, and skin the Lakrota.
All right.
Tail too.
I'll do a
Sure,
divination. What's it called again? It's called I'll do an omen reading.
Ooh. Okay.
And my whole thing will be a big question on what would be the most valuable part of a Lakrota, or what would be the most useful part of a Lakrota. Is that?
Topical.
I think it needs to be more of like a yes or no question. Is that?
Oh, is it a yes or no?
Now, let me double check because I might be pulling that out of my ass. You might be totally right.
For some reason, I thought it was just like a big, just like an easy question, I don't remember.
It might be.
Whatever,
Omen.
whatever response you would expect from a magic 8-ball, maybe.
The reader phrases a general question about a course of action, such as, is this a good day to start our journey, or should we try to track the orcs to the lair, or wait for the next raid, or when will the dragon return? Okay, yeah, that falls in line then.
That seems fine.
That's fine, yeah. What is your check? I will make it in secret, but I need to know what your bonus is.
I believe it is let me open up the thing real quick, sorry.
Yeah.
Just to be 100%. You can do the skinning RP if you'd like.
Oh my god. Bless you. That's
Whatever
what
you
it's
guys cut off that ugly.
-2.
If you guys can't carry it, just let me know. I'll help you carry it. I can carry quite a bit.
I bet you can.
I heard that.
Did you figure out your bonus yet?
Trying to find where you put it in our DMs. Maybe you put it in the.
It's
desktop.
It's on your
Wisdom
character
-2.
sheet. It's all right.
Wisdom. Oh, it is.
Wisdom
on there.
-2. It's a
I'm
14.
My bad.
All right, and your question is, what is the best part of the Lakrota to take?
Yeah.
And what was your
So-
method for divining again? What was
So I would take a piece of parchment and I would pretty much do like a drawing. So I have ink and I have parchment, I believe it's called.
Okay.
And I kind of do like a drawing that would help me divine it, and then I kind of read through the drawing.
Okay. All right. So you close your eyes. Your hand moves across the paper, and when you open again, it's just a bunch of lines. Doesn't make any fucking sense. That doesn't look like an organ or a part of a horse or anything. The fuck is this shit? It's just a bunch of
Maybe.
scratches.
Maybe this is a bunch of hair.
Oh.
Make sure we skin it and we take every single piece of hair.
All right.
That was Tempos has told you, Ebner.
And I'll show him the picture. That's what I'd be divinating.
Navigating.
Well, when you next time you divinate with the great Tempos, maybe you can ask him about these drawings, because I don't know how you got hair out of this. That just makes no sense to me.
Yeah, that's because you ain't godly, son. You ain't got the power that I do.
Tempos
really
seems
have a
draw. Tempos draws in mysterious ways, it seems.
Did you guys tell us about the amulet you found?
No, but I will. I mean, like, it's one of the things as we go through. Well, if we're still sitting here for a day, I was going to do this back in town, but I did pick up this amulet. If you want to take a look, I think this will be good for our endeavors. And I'll hand it over. If you want to keep track of it, Jeb. I know you've been keeping with our finances and doing most of the trading, so maybe you can hold on to this.
Yeah, I can hold on to this. Mr. Edna, what do you think of it?
I'll take a look at it.
This
Do
is
I feel
minus
anything
strength.
divine about it?
No, it doesn't strike you with any divine senses.
Trying to see if I can do another omen reading for the day. I do it on the backside.
Did you say it had a gem in it, Neal?
It did. Quartz crystal.
Since we're not doing anything for the day, I mean, I have another hour that we can just do it. I'll do it on the backside of my old piece of paper. See what I can feel this time. Maybe it'll be better. Does it feel like this is magic? Does it feel like this amulet is magical? And then I'll start trying to scribble.
Tempo supports recycling.
You come up with a big X. You know, as your hand sort of drifts over the page in different ways, and your eyes open, it's just like there's all the ink came into an X, and you realize you've been scribbling around the ink without redipping your quill, and you just have like this X followed by scratches in the paper that left no marks anywhere.
Now, I'm gonna use this to see tomorrow. I'm gonna grab a detect magic spell, and I'll tell you for sure. I just want to make sure. I want to have a check on my divinating, my omen reading ability. So I'll do a detect magic tomorrow when we wake up.
All right, that sounds good.
Are you guys gonna leave here today, or are you gonna stay here tonight?
We're gonna stay here tonight just so we can skin the Lakrota.
We're gonna skin Lakrota and take
Cool.
the head, and I think the hair.
So you stay one more day in this stinky hellhole. Finish skinning the beast. Everyone gains an HP and new spells.
Um,
And it's time to go.
do you guys think that I should take no direction or whatever, or do you think we'll be able to make a roll?
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
I'm gonna take
Well-
Cure Light Wound, detect magic, and Sun Scorch or whatever it's called.
Okay. Excellent.
Your request.
Forgot about Sun Scorch.
I'll do
Yeah,
a detect
never-
magic on this just to check myself.
What were we gonna say, Connor?
Request the world map.
Yes. Let us go to the world map. And where are you guys gonna head from here?
Wait, this mood not to get to know if his detect magic
Oh
worked or
yeah.
not.
Can
Oh,
I do
well,
detect
yeah,
magic inside the cave
Trying to.
on the thing?
Yeah, there's nothing magical in here.
Thank you.
And the
Oh, not
amulet's
even on the
magic.
amulet, correct?
Amulet is not magical.
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Just as I suspected, it is not magical. Seems
Well.
like my omen ability is good.
Sounds good. Well, hopefully your idea on this hair and these hoofs will be good as well.
We'll have to see.
I think back to Tassel we go.
Back to Tassel.
Tassel.
All right. And it will be a full day back to Tassel for you.
What is it like outside?
As in, like, weather?
Yeah.
It's not great. It's a dark day. It's overcast.
Am I able to? Before we head out, can I relearn the Sun Scorch? I'm
Yes.
gonna change that. Change that to the change it to the reverse of light, darkness.
Okay. Well, you arrive in Tassel, sorry, late that afternoon. You can pick your way through the ruined town until you find the small stronghold at the back. It looks like, since you've been gone, some improvements have been made. The rubble has been organized a little bit better into more solid rubble walls. So there's more of like an actual wall around this area that you've been defending or calling home. It's not, defendable, but the rubble's been stacked a little bit higher with a little bit sheerer sides to it, making it ever so slightly safer. And you walk on into camp. There's Garrett. There's a bunch of the other people. You don't see Fizzy anywhere right now. He must be out and about. But the rest of these folks are here.
We do want to wait for Mr. Fizzy for this, but
Well, maybe Mr. Garrett could take a look at that necklace and see what he would give us.
I agree.
Well, I feel like this is too upscale for Mr. Garrett. We are going to Stromheim. Maybe we should hold on to it and we can sell it there. I feel like we get mighty fucked, if you don't mind the language, by Mr. Garrett on this one.
Well, I mean, if he offers us another month worth of taxes, that could be worth it, though.
I feel like this is worth more than that in Stromheim.
Okay.
What's the
Cool.
harm in holding on to it? And if we come
Okay.
back, don't sell one of
No,
it.
I just don't mention it.
No, yeah, just don't mention it.
Came back for the Lakrota stuff. talk to Fizzy, and to sell these weapons back to Mr. Garrett.
We should also tell him about those 4 poor souls. Maybe he'll know a little bit more about them. Maybe there's something to know.
Yeah. I'll be surprised if he cares too much about their ill fate.
He probably don't.
People come, people go.
Vaughn has a sledgehammer over, and he's a little bit distant, and he's just kind of looking at how things have improved, and he's kind of got like a little bit of a smile on his face, and he's just kind of remarking to himself like, man, it's really nice that they improved the walls here. Looks like they're making progress here.
That's true.
Very happy.
Mr. Vaughn, would there be any chance that you'd want this warhammer?
He kind of looks at his own sledgehammer, and he kind of goes, I think I'm going to be just okay with this. This has served me pretty well so far today, and I think I'm going to be just fine.
All right, I respect that.
Slings it back over.
Well, in the meantime, I think with a bit of cutting, I could size up this human-sized armor for you, Mr. Ebner. Get you some proper leather armor.
I appreciate that very much.
Where do we have a time this month to do it? It is, for some reason, a shorter month.
Good point. Even the dragon knows it's a shorter month. No extensions for her.
Well, it's what?
Today is the 5th of February, 1512.
We still have at least 3 weeks.
We'll
I think
be
that's
fine.
enough. That's enough time to make the Stromheim back.
We just, this time we ain't gonna get sidetracked. We're going straight to Stromheim. We're selling all our stuff.
Or, if need be, if we can't make it to Stromheim, we can just sell the amulet to Mr.
That's
Garrett.
true. Let's go sell all this shit.
Okay.
Venture over to Garrett.
Sure. So you're going to sell the short sword, the short
I'm
bow.
keeping the short sword.
You're keeping the short sword. Okay.
The quiver, the light bow, the warhammer, the 8 daggers, the hatchet, and the shield.
No, I'm
Did you
keeping the
say-
shield.
Oh, you're keeping the shield? Sorry. Yep.
All right. So
Did you say there was human-sized leather armor?
Yes.
2 sets. Yep. you can-
Okay, yeah. I'd
We'll
like
give
to.
the other one to you, and then I can probably use the hide armor to
Yeah.
like basically redo it and make it into leather
Sure.
limbs
For
for
the dwarf?
myself.
Yeah, for you. Perfect.
Yep.
That'll be great. So the short bow is being sold. Both of the warhammers.
Yeah, it didn't sound like anybody wanted them.
Yeah.
The daggers.
Yeah, all 8.
Yep.
Yep. Unless.
Okay. The hatchet.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's this much. You're keeping
Would
both
it be
suits
a-
of leather armor.
Can I keep the hatchet? Actually, it could be good for cutting shit. So.
Okay, you're keeping the hatchet.
Yep.
Both suits of leather armor are being sold.
No,
Or-
we're keeping.
You're keeping one, keeping two.
No, we're keeping both,
Keeping both?
leather armor sets.
Okay, and you're keeping the
then-
shield,
Correct.
Yep.
and you're selling the quiver.
Yes, I already have a quiver.
Let me just look up quiver prices.
How much does the hatchet weigh?
Give me just one moment.
Yep, take your time.
Okay, so divide. So Garrett looks at the stuff you've assembled before him. He looks at you all. Well, some of these are good and I can sell back at Homeland, and some of these things are kind of crappy, but I might be able to sell out here. I'll give you 3,200 for it.
That is a mighty fine price.
That's fair.
All right.
You any chance know the 4 fellows who were heading on their way to Stromheim to Cauldron? Maybe we found some fellas dead on the road.
Poor
shrugs.
bastard. Kobolds
Aye.
got him.
Kobolds? Oh, and they certainly weren't worth anything.
True.
Yeah. Everyone has an unlucky day.
I removed all that stuff from my character sheet.
Perfect. Are you gonna head out to Stromheim right now, or are you gonna sit around and do leather armor for now?
I'd say let's wait for the leather armor.
And Fizzy.
Because
Yeah.
yeah,
Fizzib?
and we're also
Okay.
waiting for Fizzy.
Okay.
So I think because I'm just resizing the leather armor,
You
take
shouldn't
the
have to
full-
make a roll. You've already successfully rolled for chest and limbs, so it's something that you can do given the supplies and the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we'll just
resizing the
skip.
leather armor, and especially making it smaller, should be nice and easy.
Mhm.
And I can make it fit Vaughn. Maybe a little awkward in some places, but it's leather. It's pretty easy to get around. And then take the hide armor that Vaughn had and basically turn it into leather, or work it into leather limbs.
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
I also want to
myself.
see if I could sell Norway.
You want to sell Norway?
Yeah.
So no,
No. You pull
Okay.
it out of your bag, and people start like pinching their nose and being like, "Whoa, what is that disgusting thing? Oh my god!
It's for Fizzy. It's not for you. I'll wait for him.
Chuck it over the side of the cliff! Don't bring that into camp! It's like microwaving fish in the office microwave for lunch. Who would do that?
What's a
Bonaparte.
microwave?
It's a very small wave to somebody from a distance. It's like
Don't know why you do that for lunch.
yeah, no,
nobody
we had-
knows.
We had a guy microwave fish at lunch once. The whole freaking mess smelled
No.
like fish, and everyone gave
No.
him shit for it.
Yeah, you don't microwave fish in a public
No.
setting.
Even EXO was like, "Really? Why did you do that?"
Mm-mm.
Dickhead move. And you can't undo it. It's there.
Yep.
I
And
guess
he's just sitting there smiling, eating it. I don't know what you guys complain about. This is good. Goddamn lips.
Well, I guess we wait tomorrow and see if Mr. Fizzum comes back.
All right. So we raid around to the next day.
one more health to anybody who needs it.
Fizzub, how long are you gonna wait for the next day? Are you spending the whole day waiting, or are you just like waiting to see if he arrives sometime during the night?
I'd say I think we should wait one whole day.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, the armor probably takes the rest of this day.
Oh, that's true. The armor's gonna take probably a couple of days, actually. We'll call it 3 days to do the limbs. So we'll scratch off 3 more days. Fizzub does not show up on day 1, but he does show up on day 2. He's coming back with a small group of people, and once they step in that walled section, he shakes hands with all of them, and they go to one area, and he goes to another area. And you can intercept him.
We'll go after him.
Yeah.
Mr. Fizzy, we got some goods for you, I think.
Ooh, lovely.
Jebediah or Jeb, would you please, or Joker, would you please show him the,
Yes, Mr. Fizzib, we fought a most foul and ugly creature, and I'll pull out the Lakrota head. And I was wondering if there was anything from this, and then the Lakrota hide, the tail, and the hooves. Anything from these that you could use.
He looks at it was the tail, the head, and the hide that you produced?
hooves.
And the hooves.
I grabbed the heart.
All right. Tail, head, hide, hooves. Well, he takes a look at the head. He's not going to need the hooves or the tail or the hide. He takes a look at the head and will start digging around in it, muttering to himself about something, this, that, or the other thing. Comes out shaking his head, going, no. I don't think there's anything in here for me, but I appreciate the effort. And he reaches into a pocket and pulls out 2 silver coins and hands them over to you anyway.
Would he
I
have wanted
think-
the heart either?
Do you ask him?
Yeah, I will show him the heart. Do you want the heart of a Lakrota? No.
No.
What about, and I'll pull out of my bag, Norway itself. Yes.
I like cover my nose when he pulls it out.
Start it all.
Backing up.
Then you wanted some weird stuff? I found cave squid.
No. Weird stuff, yes. Rotting fish, no.
I'll just chuck it away.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you didn't want the head or the hooves or the tail, just like make a little sport of it to just throw
Hey,
it
he
off
didn't-
the side of the cliff.
He didn't care about the hair, right? From
Nope.
the
Didn't
Yeah.
want it.
Joko, would you kindly show our friend the amulet you got? Maybe he might want that.
Oh, I've got that at our dead friend Jebediah, I believe, is holding on to it right now.
Jebediah, would you like to show him that?
Like raise my eyebrow, and then I'm like, yeah, we did find this pretty necklace.
You have any use for that, sir, or no?
He looks at the necklace, considers it, goes over to a corner, sets it down on like a piece of wood, some sort of like ruined bench, and casts a spell on it. And then gets up and shakes his head and brings it back to you, saying, I have no use for this.
Okay.
It's not magical. You could fetch a pretty penny for it, though.
All right.
Are you, by any chance, heading to Stromheim next few days?
I have no desire to go there. I don't think I would be particularly welcome in Stromheim.
You mind me asking why?
I don't think the Eridonians would take kindly to mistrayans.
Makes sense. They do have an issue, but they should respect a cleric, yeah? Who speaks Eridonian.
Right.
He shrugs.
All right, well, thank you for the 2 silver, and thank you for your time. We'll keep our eye out on any further items that you could use.
I appreciate that. And why don't we take our second break right here? When we come back, we will see what is happening in Stromheim on the other side of a break. Bye-bye.